I'm sharing my screen. Please check and let me know if the screen is visible. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in last week I had asked you to go through 2 videos. Have all of you gone through those 2 videos?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because my today's
Yes.
problem, it is required that you have already solved the problems related to NFA and NFA null. Because today's problem prerequisite is that you should have completed that NFA and NFA null videos. If you have not done it, you won't be understanding what I'm teaching today. Make sure that you complete the video as soon as possible if you have not done it. Today we are going to discuss conversion problem NFA null to NFA conversion. So in this problem, input to this problem will be an NFA null and output to this problem will be NFA. Okay, so question will be given in the form of NFA null to you and you have to find its corresponding NFA. So let us take an example. So I'm constructing an NFA null over here. Suppose we have a state A, then B, C, D. Suppose D is our accepting state. Construct the transitions.
हॅलो
Yes.
सर मला नेटवर्कचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. व्हिडिओ लेक्चर हे कराल का रेकॉर्ड? अजिबात आवाज येत नाही, ब्रेक होते भरपूर.
You have to manage network at your end. Then 1 null and 0. So suppose this is your given NFA null. Okay. So let us write down its corresponding 5 tuple also. So our capital M is given NFA is, suppose this one, whose now set of states is A, B, C and D. Alphabet is 0 and 1. Initial state is A, which belongs to capital Q. Accepting state is D, which is subset of capital Q. And our transition table is comprising of 4 states A, B, C and D, for which we'll have now transitions for 0, 1, and as it is an NFA null, we'll have transitions for null also. A0 is going to A, A1 is phi, A null is B, B0 is C, this one is phi, this one is D, C0 is phi, C1 is B, this is phi, D0 is D, this is phi, and this is phi. So now we have to convert this NFA null to NFA. So we all know that in NFA, we don't have null transition. But simply we cannot remove this column from the table and tell that our NFA null is converted to NFA. Whenever we remove this null transition, we should also analyze its impact on all other transitions. So in order to do that, we follow one equation for this conversion. The equation is as follows. for any state and for any symbol in your alphabet, we are going to calculate delta dash. What is delta dash? Delta dash is now delta of NFA, which we are supposed to calculate. Delta is of given NFA null. Delta is of given NFA null. And delta dash is the delta which we are calculating for our resultant NFA. So this delta dash will be calculated for all states and for all symbols of our alphabet as null closure of union of delta of R comma A, where now R is belonging to null closure of Q. So this we have to do it for all states and all symbols of alphabet, right? So this is how we are going to construct now delta dash. So now delta dash will have all four states A, B, C, D. Correct? It will have all four states A, B, C, D. And we have to work out their deltas for all symbols of alphabet. So we'll have 0 and we'll have 1. So this is how we are going to find now the transitions. So first let us find out delta dash of A0. First let us find out delta dash of A comma 0. What will be delta dash of A comma 0? As per the above equation, it is null closure of union of delta of R comma 0, where R belongs to null closure of A. R belongs to null closure of A because this is Q now for us. So this will be null closure of A. Now what is null closure of A? Null closure of A will include what? This is union of delta of R comma 0. And we are calculating now null closure of A. What will be there in null closure of A? First A will be there. Then B will be there. Then D will be there. Right? A, B and D will be there. Okay. So if I open up those brackets, we'll get this as delta of A0 union delta of B0 union delta of D0. So A0 is A, B0 is C, and D0 is D. So if again I calculate null closure of ACD, which will give me A, B, C and D as answer. So my delta dash of A0 is A, B, C and D. Similarly, next I calculate delta dash of A comma 1. This will be null closure of union of delta of R comma 1, where now R is null closure of, it is null closure of A. Now we have null closure of A as ABD. So this is as good as delta of A comma 1 union delta of B comma 1 union delta of D comma 1. So null closure of A comma 1, A comma 1 is 5, B comma 1 is also 5 and D comma 1 is also 5. So it is null closure of 5, which is coming out to be 5. So A1 is 5. A1 is 5. Are you getting this? Next we'll be calculating. I'll erase this part. Next we will be calculating delta dash of B comma 0. Correct? This will be null closure of union of delta of R comma 0, where now R belongs to null closure of B. What is null closure of B? Null closure of B will be B and D. It will be B and D. So this is delta of B comma 0 union delta of d comma 0. B comma 0 is C. B comma 0 is C and D comma 0 is D. So we are basically doing null closure of CD, and null closure of CD answer is C and D. So B comma 0, our final answer will be C comma D. Final answer will be C comma D. Next is we'll calculate delta dash of B comma 1. This will be null closure of union of delta of R comma 1, where R belongs to null closure of B. Null closure of B is, we have already calculated B and D. So this will be delta of B comma 1 union delta of D comma 1. B comma 1 is phi, D comma 1 is also phi. So this is null closure of phi. So B comma 1 will also be equal to phi. Next we will be calculating delta dash of C comma 0. This will be null closure of union of delta of R comma 0, where R belongs to null closure of C. What is null closure of C? Null closure of C is C only. So this will be delta of C comma 0. C comma 0 is phi. So this will be null closure of phi. So this answer will be also phi. Next, we will be calculating C comma 1. Next, we will be calculating C comma 1. So this will be delta dash of C comma 1. That will be null closure of union of delta of R comma 1, where R belongs to null closure of C. So this is null closure of delta of C comma 1. C comma 1 is B. So this will be null closure of B. Null closure of B is B comma D. Null closure of B is B comma D. So this answer will be B comma D. This answer will be B comma D. Next we'll calculate delta dash of D comma 0. Calculating delta dash of D comma 0. This will be equal to null closure of union of delta of R comma 0, where now R is belonging to null closure of D. What is null closure of D? Null closure of D is only D. So this will be null closure of D comma 0. D comma 0 is D. So our final answer for this will be D. And finally delta dash of D comma 1, which will also be null closure of union of delta of R comma 1, where R belongs to null closure of D. This is nothing but null closure of delta of D comma 1, which will come out to be phi. So this is phi. Is it understood? So for every state and for every symbol from alphabet, we have to calculate delta dash using above formula. So same formula I have applied for all Q and A combination. This same formula I have applied for all Q and A combination. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So for every state and input symbol, we are going to apply that combination, and this helps us to find corresponding NFA. So this becomes our table of corresponding NFA, resultant table of corresponding NFA. Now in this, my dear students, in this we have 4 states. Initial state of given NFA null was what? It was A. So initial state of corresponding NFA will also be A. So initial state will remain same. It will be A. Accepting state in the original problem was D. So accepting state of NFA will also remain to be D. Okay, so our capital Q will remain same. It will be A, B, C, D. Okay, alphabet is same 0 and 1. Initial state will be A, and accepting state will also remain same, which is D. And this is our delta. Is it clear, students? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, if
Yes,
you are
sir.
not able to understand, you must have not seen the null closure videos properly. I have quickly calculated null closure here in this example because I had asked you to go through the videos before this lecture. In that, I had taught how to calculate null closure and what is NFA null and what is NFA. So if you have seen those videos properly, then this would be easily understandable for you. Okay, now next problem that we are going to discuss today is converting NFA to DFA. Other problem that we are going to discuss today is converting NFA to DFA. Now we had discussed converting NFA null to NFA. Now we are converting NFA to DFA. So here input to this problem will be NFA. Input to this problem will be NFA. So I will take the same NFA which we had got as an answer in the earlier example. Okay, so I'll take same example, which was our answer of earlier problem. So this was ABCD. This was B0 was C comma D. B1 is phi. C comma 0 is phi. C comma 1 is B comma D. D0 is D. And this is phi. Here our initial state is A and our accepting state is D in this problem. Now we need to convert this into DFA. We have to convert this into DFA. Now while converting NFA to DFA, our number of states will change. We also call this method as subset construction method. Why we call it as subset, I'll let you know soon. Here our number of states are going to change. We are going to start with the initial state of given problem. What is initial state of given problem? It is A. So we'll start with A first. Now we are constructing delta dash. What is this delta dash? This delta dash is of our corresponding DFA which we are constructing. This is delta of given NFA. Now we are constructing delta dash of DFA. Okay, so now we are constructing first delta dash of A comma 0. Now while constructing delta dash of A comma 0, I am referring delta of A comma 0. What I will do? I will refer delta of A comma 0. Am I audible, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes.
for just hold on. I'll take the question in front of me. Yeah. So for that first we'll refer delta of A comma 0. What is delta of A comma 0? Delta of A comma 0 is A comma B comma C comma D. Now what we do, my dear students, we write delta dash of A0 now as ABCD. See now this ABCD is treated as a single name. It is not A comma B comma C comma D. We have constructed a new state whose name is ABCD now. They are not four different states. They are single state name now. Okay, A, B, C, D. And this is a new state which we have found. That's why we add that state in our table now. We add that state in our table now. Similarly, we'll proceed now and we'll calculate delta dash of a comma 1. For that, I'll refer delta of a comma 1. What is delta of a comma 1? It is phi. Okay, what is delta of a comma 1? It is phi. So delta dash of a comma 1 will also be phi. Now this phi indicates that this is a dead state. This phi here in case of DFA, it indicates that it is a dead state. Don't think this phi as an empty set now with respect to DFA, because we all know that in DFA we don't have phi entry. So phi is something very similar to that of dead state. So phi 0 will also go to phi, phi 1 will also go to phi. Because we have studied the concept of dead state. 0 and 1 of dead state will go to itself. Now we have one state that is ABCD, right? Here, ABCD. Now see, I am calculating delta dash of ABCD comma 0. For this, students, we will refer of delta of A0 union delta of B0 union delta of C0 and union delta of D0. Whatever states are coming inside in this name, I am taking union of all their deltas from the given NFA. So if I take union of all this, A0 is ABCD, B0 is CD, C0 is phi, and D0 is D. If I take union, again I get answer as ABCD. So I say that now delta dash of ABCD comma 0 is again ABCD. While I write delta dash entry, I don't make use of set notation over here. See, I don't have any comma or brackets here. That comma and brackets will come here when I'm calculating that with respect to delta of given NFA. But this is now delta dash of my DFA. So here the entries will not be in the form of set notation and there will be no commas as such. So ABCD 0 goes to ABCD. ABCD 0 goes to ABCD. Similarly, now we'll calculate delta dash of ABCD comma 1. Delta dash of ABCD comma 1. For that, I'll refer delta of A comma 1 union delta of B comma 1 union delta of C comma 1 union delta of D comma 1. What is delta of A comma 1? A comma 1 delta is 0, phi. B comma 1 is phi. C comma 1 is B comma D and D comma 1 is phi. So this will finally come out to be B comma D. So my now delta dash of ABCD comma 1 will be BD. Whatever names I am getting here in the form of set notation, I am writing that as a single state over here. So now my answer here is BD. Now as this is a new name that I have got, I need to calculate its 0 and 1 also. I'm going to add all such new states that I get in this process below this, and I'll continue this process and calculate zeros and ones to only those combinations. Okay, so we'll proceed. We are now calculating delta dash of BD comma 0. For that, I'll use delta of B comma 0 union delta of D comma 0. What is B comma 0? It is CD. What is D comma 0? It is D. So B, C and D will be our final answer. So now delta dash of BD comma 0 will be CD. So here we get answer as CD. As CD is a new name that I have got, I also add that CD here below. But before that, I need to calculate BD comma 1. So let us first calculate delta dash of BD comma 1. For that, I'll use delta of B comma 1 union delta of D comma 1. B comma 1 is phi, D comma 1 is phi. So this will come out to be phi. And that's why delta dash of BD comma 1 is also phi. Now we have got that CD, right? So we are calculating now delta dash of CD comma 0. For that, we'll use delta of C comma 0 union delta of D comma 0. C comma 0 is phi, D comma 0 is D. So CD comma 0 will be D. That's why delta dash of CD comma 0 will be D. See, here I use set notation, here I don't use set notation. So here I get answer as D. So D is a new state that I have got. So I add that D here. Are you getting this? Next, we will be calculating delta dash of CD comma 1. For that I'll use delta of C comma 1 union delta of D comma 1. Delta of C comma 1 is BD, D comma 1 is phi. So this answer is B comma D. So delta dash of CD comma 1 is BD. It is BD. Now BD is an old name, right? BD is an old name. So again I will not write BD here. When I'll add a new state, only if I'm getting a new combination, then I will add it in the table. BD already we have calculated, so no need of calculating BD again. Now we'll be calculating for, now I'll be calculating it for D. So we are calculating now delta dash of D comma 0. For that I'll refer delta of D comma 0. Delta of D comma 0 is phi. So delta dash of D comma 0 will also be phi. So we'll come here and add that phi. Sorry, it is not phi, it is D. Wait, there is a mistake. This is D. Delta of D comma 0 is D. So delta dash of D comma 0 is also D. And that's why this answer will also be equal to D. What will be delta dash of D comma 1? Delta dash of D comma 1. For that we'll refer delta of D comma 1, which is equal to phi. That's why delta dash of D comma 1 will be equal to phi. So this is phi. So we have got 6 states. How many states we have got? We have got 6 states. Correct? A, B, C, D. This is state number 2. Phi, it is state number 3. BD, state number 4. CD, state number 5. And D as state number 6. Now, initial state of given NFA was A. Right? Initial state of given NFA was A. So A will remain initial state of DFA also. Okay. So initial state of our DFA, initial state will be A. What was accepting state of original NFA? It was D. It was D. Now, my dear students, D is coming in which all states over here? It is coming in this state, this one, and this one, right? So all these 4 states will be considered as accepting states for DFA. So what are accepting states of our DFA now? A, state ABCD, state BD, state CD, and state D. Remember students, ABCD is a single label, BD is a single label, CD is a single label over here in this conversion process. Now, these states which we are getting here, which we are obtaining here, are actually some of the possible subsets from our given set of states, and that's why this method is called as subset construction method. So if you are given NFA, if it is having 4 states, how many possible subsets you can get out of it? 2 raised to 4, that is 16. So maximum you may get 16 states here, not more than that. But we don't usually get 16, we get less than that, because we are only considering those combinations which are reachable from our initial state. We start from A. We are not supposed to calculate all combinations of zeros and ones like we did in case of NFA null to NFA. No. When we are converting NFA to DFA, we'll start only from initial state and we'll calculate its delta dash for 0 and 1. In this process, whatever new state name we are getting, for only those state names we are going to calculate zeros and ones. So only such subsets who are reachable from initial states could be considered in your solution. So ideally subset will comprise of 16 if our number of states are 4, but here in our problem, based on our transitions, we are only getting 6 states in our DFA. Are you getting this conversion issue problem? Is it clear? Am I audible, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you can solve.
Yes, sir.
I'll try to share video of this lecture with you. You can once again go through it and you can solve the other example from the tutorial booklet. Okay, I'll give you the question numbers on the group. You can practice, and if you have any queries, feel free to ask me over a call. Okay, we'll stop for today. One more example is there, but that I'll be giving you in tutorial. So an NFA null to NFA and NFA to DFA, two problems we have discussed today. Please go through this video immediately after this lecture. And if you have not watched NFA and NFA null video, first watch that video. Otherwise, this how I am calculating null closure and other stuff will be unknown to you. And if you have done with all these three videos, then whatever questions I am giving for tutorials, go ahead and solve those questions. Okay, we'll stop for today. Let me download the attendance. Hold on for a moment.